Hey there, science fans! Electricity is amazing, right? It's one of the most fascinating and essential forces in our modern world. From the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, electricity is there, making our lives easier and more enjoyable. But have you ever stopped to think about what electricity actually is and how it works? It powers our lights, our phones, even our refrigerators. Imagine a day without electricity, no lights, no internet, no cold drinks. It's hard to even picture, right? Electricity is so deeply integrated into our daily routines that we often take it for granted. But behind every flick of a switch or press of a button, there's a complex and fascinating process at work. Electricity is a flow of tiny particles called electrons. These electrons are part of atoms, the building blocks of everything around us. When electrons move from one atom to another, they create an electric current. This current is what powers all our electronic devices and appliances. These electrons move through wires like a superfast river. Just like water flows through a riverbed, electrons flow through conductive materials like copper wires. The speed and efficiency of this flow depend on the material and the voltage applied. It's a bit like how water pressure affects the flow of water in a hose. This flow of electrons gives us energy to do all sorts of cool stuff. From charging our phones to running our computers and even lighting up entire cities, the applications of electricity are virtually endless. It's the backbone of modern technology and innovation. But here's the thing about electricity, it's powerful. Just like a river can be calm and gentle or wild and raging, electricity can be both incredibly useful and extremely dangerous. A single lightning strike, for example, can contain up to 1 billion volts of electricity. That's enough power to light up a small town. And just like a powerful river, electricity needs to be controlled. We use various devices and systems to manage the flow of electricity and ensure it goes where it's needed without causing harm. Power stations, transformers, and circuit breakers all play a crucial role in this process. If the river floods, it can cause damage. Similarly, if electricity is not properly managed, it can lead to serious problems. Overloaded circuits, short circuits, and electrical fires are just a few examples of what can go wrong. The same thing can happen with electricity. When too much current flows through a wire, it can overheat and cause a fire. This is why it's so important to have safety measures in place, like fuses and circuit breakers, to prevent such incidents. If the flow of electrons gets out of control, things can get dangerous. Electrical explosions and sparking wires are not just dramatic scenes from movies. They can happen in real life if we're not careful. So, while we enjoy the many benefits of electricity, we must also respect its power and handle it with care. Sometimes the flow of electricity can become too strong. This can happen in our homes, offices, or even in large industrial settings. When this occurs, it can lead to a variety of problems, some of which can be quite dangerous. Understanding these issues can help us prevent potential disasters and keep our electrical systems running smoothly. This is called a power surge. A power surge is a sudden and unexpected increase in voltage that can damage or destroy electrical equipment. These surges can be caused by a number of factors, including faulty wiring, problems with the power grid, or even natural events like lightning strikes. It's like a sudden rush of water in our river example. Imagine a calm river that suddenly experiences a heavy downpour. The water level rises rapidly and the once gentle flow becomes a powerful torrent. This is similar to what happens during a power surge. The sudden increase in electrical current can overwhelm the system, leading to potential damage. Power surges can happen for different reasons, like lightning strikes or problems with the power grid. Lightning is one of the most common causes of power surges. When lightning strikes a power line, it can send a massive amount of electricity through the system, causing a surge. Additionally, issues with the power grid, such as equipment failure or sudden changes in demand, can also lead to surges. Another danger is an electrical fire. Electrical fires are particularly hazardous because they can start without warning and spread quickly. They often begin in hidden areas, such as inside walls or in electrical panels, making them difficult to detect until they have already caused significant damage. These fires happen when electricity heats up materials like wires or appliances too much. Over time, electrical components can wear out or become damaged, leading to increased resistance and heat buildup. If the heat becomes intense enough, it can ignite surrounding materials, resulting in a fire. It's like leaving a frying pan on the stove for too long. Things can get really hot and catch fire. Just as a neglected frying pan can overheat and start a kitchen fire, neglected electrical systems can overheat and cause an electrical fire. Regular maintenance and prompt attention to any signs of electrical problems can help prevent these dangerous situations. Remember the big blackout in New York City back in 2003? Millions of people were left in the dark. That was caused by a huge power surge that overloaded the electrical grid, and sadly, there are many examples of electrical fires. In 2017, a faulty refrigerator started a fire in London that was really scary. It's important to be aware of these dangers and know how to stay safe. Imagine a highway with cars flowing smoothly. That's like electricity flowing normally. Now imagine a bunch of cars suddenly trying to enter the highway at once. It creates a traffic jam. That's kind of what happens in a power surge. There's a sudden increase in electrical current and the wires can't handle it. This can damage appliances or even start fires. Section 5. Stay safe. Tips to avoid electrical danger zones. Okay, science friends, now that we know about the dangers, let's talk about staying safe. It's super important to be aware of our surroundings and make smart choices when it comes to electricity. Electricity is a powerful force that we use every day, but it can be dangerous if not handled properly. So let's dive into some essential tips to keep you and your loved ones safe. First things first, never stick anything metal into electrical outlets. This includes forks, knives, or any other metal objects. Electrical outlets are designed to provide power to our devices, but they can be very dangerous if misused. If you need to plug something in, always use the proper plug and never force anything into the outlet. That's like inviting an electric shock to your hand. Electric shocks can cause serious injuries, including burns, nerve damage, and even heart problems. It's important to respect electricity and handle it with care. If you ever feel a tingling sensation or see sparks, stop what you're doing and get help from an adult immediately. Always keep electrical appliances away from water. This means keeping things like toasters, blenders, and hair dryers far from sinks, bathtubs, and other sources of water. Water and electricity are a dangerous combination because water can conduct electricity, leading to potential shocks or even fires. Water is a great conductor of electricity, meaning it lets electricity flow through it easily. This is why it's so important to keep electrical devices dry and away from any water sources. Even a small amount of water can cause a big problem if it comes into contact with electricity. And that's not a good mix. Always be mindful of where you're using electrical devices and make sure your hands are dry before touching anything electrical. If you see water near an electrical outlet or device, clean it up immediately and let an adult know. Also, if you see a frayed cord or something that looks off with your electronics, tell an adult right away. Frayed cords can expose wires, which can lead to shocks or fires. It's important to regularly check your cords and replace them if they show any signs of wear and tear. Never use a damaged cord, and always unplug devices by pulling on the plug, not the cord. Remember, staying safe around electricity is all about being aware and taking precautions. Always follow these tips and never hesitate to ask an adult if you're unsure about something. By being careful and responsible, you can enjoy the benefits of electricity without putting yourself or others at risk. Stay safe, science friends. Section 6. Respect the spark. Electricity can be tricky. Electricity is a bit like a mischievous puppy. It's full of energy and can be a lot of fun, but it needs to be treated with respect. We wouldn't tease a puppy or put it in danger, right? The same goes for electricity. We need to understand its power and be careful around it. That means following safety rules and using common sense. Section 7. Did you know? Fun facts about electricity. Did you know that lightning is a form of natural electricity? It's true. Those bright flashes in the sky are caused by a huge electrical discharge. Pretty cool, huh? And get this, your heart uses electricity too. It's what makes your heart beat and pump blood throughout your body. Electricity is everywhere, even inside of you. Section 8. Invisible force, big responsibility, let's be safe. Electricity might be invisible, but its power is very real. It's important to remember that electricity can be dangerous if we don't treat it with respect. By learning about electrical safety and following simple rules, we can all enjoy the benefits of electricity while staying safe and sound. Section 9. Remember, safety first, fun second. So there you have it, science explorers. Electricity is an amazing force that powers our world. But like any powerful force, we need to be careful and use it wisely. Remember to always follow safety rules, be aware of potential dangers, and never be afraid to ask an adult for help if you're unsure about something. Stay curious, stay safe, and keep on exploring the wonders of science.